Hello everybody, I am Maia White, the owner of Illusion Elixirs. I have always loved essential oils. I remember my mom having this really beautiful diffuser that she would put like lavender or lemongrass. She even had those sticks, I remember those. And then I remember my dad sending me this like little inhaler stick that had lavender. It was for anxiety, and it helped me so much because I would smell it before I went to bed, and I had really bad nightmares. So it really helped me, and I feel like those were like the breadcrumbs that led me to this life. I never really saw myself as somebody that was going to be selling essential oils. That if you would have told me that 10 years ago, I would have really been shocked. But when I really thought about it, I just realized it was something I did really believe in. And I just believe in plants. I believe in Mother Earth. So I started blending them together. But really, before that, I had been doing so many other things. I had been making herbal smoke mixes, I was making candles, you name it, I was trying it out. Anything that had to do with witchcraft. I was trying to make spells that were useful. And now I see that everywhere, but really, I was just trying to do this out of my head because I saw that the spells were created using crystals, herbs, essential oils and candles and things like that. So I'm like, okay, well, it seems like you could make a useful item out of a spell. That's where my head was going. And when I was doing these spells for myself, they worked. That's the thing. And I've never really done a spell that would hurt somebody. That's not what spells are for me. They're almost like prayers or setting an intention. I remember making a spell once where I wanted somebody to move out of my house, one of my roommates. It just blows my mind thinking about this. And I was just like, I want nothing but the best for her, sending her love. It was just such a bad situation, and she left the next day. And it just blows my mind. Like time and time and time and time again, things like this have happened where you set your intention as something. The universe listens, the universe really listens. Seriously. But yeah, let me show you my spells anyways. I have a couple. I saw that essential oils work since I was a kid, right? And I saw that spells work a little bit later in life, but I mean, even when I was a kid, I was opened up to that world, definitely. I have calm here, so calm would be for making you calm. And they're all roll on, and so they're all travel size as well. So you can just throw it in your purse, you can take it on an airplane with you. Anytime, anywhere you need to smell better or you need to add ritual to your moment, like that is the purpose and the reason why I started my business, because I wanted to bring magic into everyday life. Like that is just so important to me. And I realized that spells were like this long drawn out process, and I just thought, why can't we make it something that we do over and over and over again? And I also realized that like setting intention and like manifestation, law of attraction, things like that works. And setting your mind to something and being reminded of it. So really, this product is like a meeting of so many things. It's a meeting of the science and so many scientific studies that back up essential oils being beautiful and helpful and just natural goods, the Mother Earth. It's magic, and it's also setting intention and believing in yourself and just having a goal. Having a goal over and over and over again, just having that reminder with you. So that's why I made this. This is a tool for you to change your life. You want more money. If you put on something that has to do with money, you remind yourself of that goal, you're going to go after it. Magic is just so unexplainable, honestly. The way that it works so well. And it's like, if you don't believe in that aspect of it, that's okay. You still have a perfume, a roll-on delicious perfume that's filled with crystals and herbs and just all different sorts of things. So you can just think of it in that way. Like, that's totally fine, but just know there is an intention behind all of them. Like, this one is divine feminine, and that's why I started doing tarot card readings to go with them, because they do have an intention and there's so much more to say about each one. Scent can help you feel a certain way. You know, peppermint can wake you up in my motivation roll-on blend. And black pepper, they've done studies about black pepper that it could help you with addiction. Seriously, like, the power of these essential oils. But, you know, I had somebody approach me working for one of the other companies, and I always just felt like the people that work for them, they took it too far. They would act like it's a cure-all, and it's like, you should always still go to the doctor. You should always still use your intuition and trust your gut, and like, you can use Eastern and Western medicine in conjunction. I've always felt that way. You know, antibiotics are a good thing. They're a powerful, powerful thing that exists in this world. So I don't think that we need to throw away all of that medicine. And I just think hand making things as well is so important. And I don't just make the essential oils too. I have the jewelry here as well. I mine the quartz in Arkansas. And yeah, I'm kind of known for the mushrooms. This one's a mushroom, but I do all different kinds of ones. This one I made for myself as well, but I have a couple more I could make like this. So this is a 3D printed head, and then I hand sculpted all of the hair on that one. And then I purchased this green tourmaline here at the Tucson Gem Show. And same with this mystic topaz here. I purchased that at the Tucson Gem Show. So yeah, I either mine the crystals myself, or I purchase them myself at gem shows, or from small sellers on Etsy. And same with my essential oils. The essential oils that I purchase them from different small companies or large companies. And I use jojoba oil or fractionated coconut oil for the base in all of these, and I purchased the bottles for them off of Amazon. I have looked into trying to find USA brand bottles, but I haven't found any that have this nice gradient, but I'm looking into it, definitely. I'm also trying to, right now, I'm trying to make this box recyclable, because right now I'm laminating the sticker and that is not recyclable. So that is my next step and hope, because being recyclable is so important to me. And just being transparent, you know, I also use fragrance oils. All of the fragrance oils that I use are phthalate free and they do not cause cancer. I have seen that there are fragrance oils that cause cancer. I always check. I double check the website. I go in to the ingredients. I go onto their website, you know, but I use a myriad of different places that I get the essential oils and the fragrance oils. I always use more essential oils than fragrance oils. Fragrance oils are extremely strong, so you only really need a couple drops of fragrance oils. And a lot of the times, fragrance oils are also made with natural oils. And something that I find interesting is that essential oils are actually sometimes worse for the environment than something that is a fragrance oil. I thought that was really interesting, because when you're taking an essential oil and you're just taking so much of that natural product that it can sometimes put a strain on the earth. And there's also times where the petals and the leaves of things, sometimes the process can make it so that it's not considered an essential oil. I honestly really started making these because I wanted them. I wanted them for myself, and I wanted to give them away as gifts. I was going to music festivals at that time in my life, and people would always have these little trinket trades and, you know, places to like put gifts and just have that special moment. And I always wanted to do that. So I started by just having little tiny ones that I would give to people, and people just love them so much. I tried making the other things, but they never flowed quite the same as me making these essential oil blends. And really nothing much has, other than making jewelry and painting and doing tarot. Like anything that comes naturally and flows naturally with me, I stick with that. And I add that in to my business. You know, so hopefully you guys will be seeing more things from me. I am really excited about the future of this YouTube channel. I'm definitely going to be showing more art and more different things, how I make these essential oils, because I just really want to be transparent. Like maybe I'll even take you on the journey of how I'm going to be making these recyclable, because that's super important to me. I just feel like having herbs and having crystals and having this little ritual with you on a daily basis is such a beautiful thing. I put all of my love and intention and energy into this. I just believe that your thinking makes it so, that little tools like this, little rituals on a daily basis can truly change your life. And I just wanted to share that with the world. When people gave me the feedback at festivals that these were good, I expanded and I just kept going. So many times I wanted to give up, but I just kept going. You know, there are months sometimes that I don't get a sale on my website, but I just keep pushing. I'll make products through lulls just because I know that, who knows, at some event that I go to, I'll sell tons of product. Something could be right around the corner. You know, I'm looking to get into stores and actually do wholesale, so I want to like take you all on that with me, basically, to create the stands and do everything to show you what it's like, and maybe even to acquire people that actually want to buy my wholesale items. So I just want you all to see what it's like to be on the back end. Like it really, I would say, being a small business owner is just like, never give up. That's really what it is. If, you know, you have to change it, you have to improve it, you know, you might have to change every single thing about it and then come back to basics or learn a new skill, but you just keep going. And that's always been my mentality. I just keep pushing. I love vending. I love online sales. I love, honestly, I sometimes love making social media content. It's tough. I like YouTube. I like TikTok. I feel like Instagram's really important, but sometimes it is tough to keep yourself motivated. So maybe I'll even show you guys a little bit of that going forward. I'll probably maybe even talk a little bit about the steps and stages about how I started, and just a little bit more about me in future videos as well. So please like, subscribe, all of those good things. And check out illusionelixirs.com if you are interested in purchasing any of these delicious scented travel size perfume potions. You never know when you need to smell good on the go. So seriously, check that out at illusionelixirs.com, or any of the jewelry that I have up for sale as well. I also have my tarot card readings that you can book a private reading with me up on my website as well. So thank you all so much for watching, liking, subscribing, all of those good things. And I also have a ton of tarot card reading videos that I have made previously if you all are interested in watching something else after this video. I love you all very much. Bye, everybody.